I feel I need to speak a little bit more about people being unequally yoked in regards to religion because it seems like it has accelerated since we're dealing with the pandemic. I don't know, something has gone off in the brain where they feel that they need to establish some kind of control over people, and their moral code has been compromised. Their value system is darn near non-existent. So in this particular video, if you're highly sensitive about certain religions, then I suggest that you click off the video because I am going to tell the truth in regards to certain things. For those of you who choose to continue to listen, please listen to the entire video because it's going to be very, very detailed. And I don't want it to be where you get a partial definition of what I'm trying to say and assume something that has nothing to do with the point that I'm trying to make. So that's my little disclaimer. I'll go ahead and get started. On more than one occasion, I have seen in certain religions where people use religion, use their fake faith, as a means for personal gain, period. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. There's two cases that are very popular right now. If you go on social media, you see a lot of people that are coming up out of the blue. All of a sudden they're chosen. All of a sudden they're prophetess. It's in their name. You know, prophet this, chosen that, this, that, and the other. And the minute you click on their video, they are dark. They have unresolved anger management issues. They have unresolved self-worth issues. They are just as messed up as anybody else out here. But they want to turn around and give you advice. They've clickbaited you with their name and their identity to get you to watch their videos, listen to their podcasts, watch their TV shows, buy their books, buy their audios so they can get paid. And I'm telling you this because it's happening so subtly right now. Everybody is in a delicate mind state because of this pandemic situation. People's minds are going in places they have never thought to go before. And in their mind, they feel that this is a source of survival. They try to justify it by saying, I got to get what I can get because the economy is a mess and this, that, and the other. And they don't care who they hurt and how they hurt them. There are people actually in their mind, they are so narcissistic and stuck on themselves, they actually think that they can fool the faith for personal gain. They think they're smarter than the church. They think they're smarter than religion. They think they're smarter than the creator of the religion. And a lot of these people don't even believe in the creator that they are professed to be associated with. They don't believe in him. There are people I know for a fact right now that are walking around saying that they believe in God. They're only doing it for personal gain, and deep down they don't. There are people right now that I know that are Muslim. And the reason why they are not registered as a Muslim, because you have to be either registered or they have two statuses. You can be registered or unregistered. And there's a process involved with that. There are people that are purposefully unregistered because they know the lifestyle that they're living is totally opposed to what they profess in the faith. But the reason why they're associated with that religion is because they know it's tight-knit and there are a lot of people that can help support whatever financial gain that they need. They're potential customers. They're a potential home base as far as spirit goes. Oh, I can go to that person. They can give me this. I can go to this person. They're a connection. Some people get involved in religion because there are a bunch of connections. Potential subscribers, potential followers, potential customers. And they don't even believe in that faith. They don't believe in, they don't believe in the creator. And so of course they're not living that way. And if they are living that way, they're only doing it for the sake of appearances. It's all about them trying to get whatever they're trying to get, whether it's attention or money or anything else. It's self-serving. And it's sad because it makes the whole faith look bad when you have these people within the ranks. So those people in leadership, they need to call them out. They need to help them change their ways or get rid of them, one of the two, because one bad apple is going to spoil the whole bunch. There are people in this world that are serious about their spirituality. And unfortunately, some of you are married to people like this. Some of you have children that are like this. Some of you work with people that are like this. Some of you are even going to school with people that are like this. Some of you have parents that are like this. And you are constantly in their presence, thinking in the back of your mind, okay, well, if I spend enough time with them, they'll change their attitude. When are you going to stop thinking that you can change somebody's mindset? You can't. Some people you have to love from a distance no matter who they are. Evil spirits are real. They're out here trying to take people down. And they are using the pandemic as a means to do that. How many people have you come across over the past couple of years that were otherwise together, and you see them doing things that you never thought they would have done, speaking and acting in ways you would have never thought they would have spoke or acted? I'm giving you a second to think about that. Because I know somebody has at least one person that they know has done a total 180 ever since this pandemic started. And you're thinking to yourself, wow, I would have never thought that they did so and so. Let me tell you something. Good and evil, we are all capable of good and evil. We're all capable of it. And I'm not saying it to be negative. So I'm going to give you a scenario or two to kind of give you an example of what to look out for and kind of just break it down to you. Let's say that you're a Christian person and you go to, I'm just going to pick a denomination. I'm not picking on anybody, okay? Let's say that you're a Christian person. You were raised up in the Episcopalian church, okay? It could be Methodist, it could be Baptist, it could be Presbyterian, it could be anything. Let's say that you're in the Protestant religion. You were brought up in the Protestant church. You're going through the motions. You were baptized shortly after you were born. You went to Sunday school every Sunday. You were taught the Bible and what you needed to do and everything else. But you live in a household where neither one of your parents is living that life. They're living the Billie Holiday type existence. And the reason why I say Billie Holiday is because Billie Holiday had a song called Ain't Nobody's Business If I Do. And if you want to listen to it, you can stream it online. It's called Ain't Nobody's Business. And she says in the song, if I go to church on Sunday and I cabaret all day Monday, it's nobody's business if I do. And that's the type of lifestyle these people have. Monday through Saturday, they're doing everything under the sun. But Sunday morning, they put on the halo and they put on the fake wings, and they are all about the church all day long. Some of them just for a couple of hours, because that's all the spirit can take because it's so corrupt. And these people who are in the house with these people who grew up with these folks, they think that's the way to live. And they see everybody else doing it. So when they get grown and start to have a life of their own, they're doing it 2.0 because that's what they were raised up with. Until they come across that situation or that person that makes them realize that they were doing it wrong the whole time. And I'm going to tell you something. When they reach that point and realize that they were doing it wrong the whole time, some of them can't take it. Imagine what it'd be like if you existed on this earth and you were programmed for 20 to 25 years to live a certain way, and you get out into the world and in one foul swoop, a certain situation, a certain person, a certain circumstance comes up and it tells you everything that you were taught all those years was wrong. You're going to tell me that that's not going to be a bad situation. Some people have had nervous breakdowns. Some people have turned to substance abuse. Some people have committed suicide because everything that they were taught, they finally realized, they got that epiphany. The Creator finally slapped them upside the head and said, guess what? You were being punked. Some people can't take it. And the few that do, they have given up on the possibility of having a productive life, so they just take a walk on the dark side. They sell their souls to the devil because they're lost and confused. There are some people that I know that are registered Muslims. There are some people that I know that are unregistered Muslims. And the people that are unregistered Muslims, the reason why they are unregistered is because they have not fully committed their life to the faith. They are still doing the bullshit, and they don't want to give it up. And the only reason why they're associated with the religion, and I'm sorry to say this, but it is the truth, the only reason why they're associated with the religion is for personal gain. So they figure if they don't become registered, it's okay. Some of them don't even believe in Allah, and they're right there. And there's a handful of people that might be able to identify that, and it's a matter of time before they're sent packing. Nothing has changed. This has gone on. Deception in religion, deception in homes, deception in life has been going on since mankind has started. This is nothing new. It's just in a different form. We now have social media to allow the average Joe to have a voice. See, before social media, you had to go through certain channels in order to be able to be heard. You had to go through a certain process. You had to deal with certain people. You had to have certain connections. But now you have a free and available medium where you have regular folks just like me, regular folks just like your neighbor. All they have to do is get on their phone and sign up for an account. Don't pay a dime. Start uploading videos, and boom, the whole world can see who they are. They have a voice. They can speak. We didn't have that before. And some people are taking advantage of that. And the problem is that some people get so full of themselves, they figure once people start paying attention to them, that they could turn around and change their identity. 2 years ago, it was Denise Shorty. I'm just using that as a name because if there's somebody out there named Denise Shorty online, shout out to you. Hope you're doing well. I'm just using this as an example. Let's say your username was Denise Shorty 1942. All of a sudden, you upload a video that gets maybe a 100 likes or 1,000 likes or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden, Denise Shorty goes in, puts on a costume because Denise Shorty is starting to feel herself a little bit, and she comes out, and all of a sudden, she's Empress Divine Earth Maiden. Now, if your name is Empress Divine Earth Maiden, shout out to you. I hope you're doing well. I'm using these as examples because I don't know you. Because Empress Divine Earth Maiden all of a sudden realized that somebody's paying attention. Empress Divine Earth Maiden has learned about analytics and monetization when it comes to the platform. They see it as a way to get that money. And when they come out, they're not just uploading puppy videos anymore that go viral. All of a sudden, they've got these visions. All of a sudden, they speaking to the angels on a regular basis. All of a sudden, they're predicting the world and everything else. And people are listening to them. But see, little do they know that Empress Divine Maiden has anger management problems. Empress Divine Maiden has never dealt with that particular relative that abused them as a child and has never sought any therapy for it. Empress Divine Maiden is trying to tell people how to better themselves, but Empress Divine Maiden doesn't even have a high school education to take care of herself, but she's going to tell other people how to fill out financial aid forms, how to go to school, study habits, and everything else, and she don't have it together. Because Empress Divine Maiden looks good. Y'all got to be careful with these people. There's nothing new under the sun in regards to this. So I just say this to say this, people. Being unequally yoked is not just about marriage. It's not just about being romantically involved with someone. That involves everybody. That involves your family, your co-workers, school, everything else. It involves everybody. Marriage is being used as an example because marriage is the ultimate romantic bond. It's the Holy Grail. And then you sit here and you're faithful. Let's say that you're the person who is strong in their faith and doing what they need to do, and you're unequally yoked with someone else. Every time you turn around, you got problems. Every time you turn around, you got problems. You got problems with finances. You got problem with the car. You and your mate don't get along. You got health problems. You got all these problems. And then you want to sit there and say, oh, well, you know, the long suffering is it is part of the journey. I have to suffer through some things. God is testing me. God ain't testing you. You testing yourself. Let me say that again. God ain't testing you, you testing yourself. When you chose to get involved in an unequally yoked relationship with that person because you knew they didn't have half as much faith as you have, but you figured by some kind of spiritual osmosis that they were going to get on board, and here it is 5-10 years later, and they're doing everything that they want to do 2.0, 3.0. And the first thing that you want to say, because you're feeling helpless, is that God is testing you. God ain't had nothing to do with y'all getting together in the first place. He ain't had nothing to do with it. So don't turn around and say that God is testing you. Don't insult God. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Because you're going to keep having problems. And I'm not saying this to be negative. I'm telling the truth. You're going to keep having problems as long as the situation exists the way it exists. It's going to keep happening. And the older you get, the less energy you're going to have to deal with it. So what are you going to do? And I'm going to end on that note. Just beware. Beware. Protect your energy and reconnect with your higher power, because something kind of went amiss along the way. Reconnect with your higher power, where you call it Jehovah, God, Allah, Yahweh, whatever you choose to call him or her. Reconnect, because your connection is weak right now. It's just like that, if you've got a wireless modem for a computer, and let's say the power goes out, and when you get ready to recharge it, there's so many lights are supposed to light green. The power came back on, but your modem is not lighting green. It's still red or amber. You're not operating in full power. And some of y'all are running away from what the truth really is. It's going to catch up with you at some point. So this is serious stuff, people. Beware of who you are with and where you are. Because your spiritual guides are with you all of the time. With that being said, I bid you all peace and have a great day.